Good morning. I'm about to head on to an adventure. Why don't you come with me? Let's see what today has in store for us. So I should probably explain what I'm going to be doing. I am going to drive around San Jose, and I want to check out any public artworks in the area. I was very tired of the whole research and then write a paper, several pages, all to turn it in and get some silly grade. I didn't want to do that. This semester so far had been full of just me writing papers nonstop, and it just sounded so monotonous. So I felt like this way I could have a little fun while I'm doing it. I have to do research anyways, so might as well go and check out what else I could learn along the way, and then try and deliver that of what I learned to you guys. So yeah, let's head on there. So the first place that I'm at, there really isn't anything I can show here, and that's due to the unfortunate events of what happened to this place. So the piece right here is what remains of the mural, and all you can see is just a gray wall. The mural was called Mural de la Raza by Jose Meza Velasquez, and it was a piece that was commissioned to him over 30 years ago in 1985. And the terrible thing that has happened is that overnight the developer of the building had decided to paint over the mural in gray paint, and this was done back in August of 2018. And I'll actually show the mural on screen what it looks like, but it's just a gray wall, and you can actually see some of the remnants of it up there and over there. But it's very tragic what happened. This obviously outraged the community, and Jose Val, in an interview, who is a community organizer, stated our entire history was on that wall. And he also states, without Chicano studies being a mandate in public schools, the mural was one of the only outlets his community had, linking residents to their Chicano roots. Now, I found in a book about the Chicano or the Mexican mural movement by Jackson, and he states, as a whole approach art as a transfer motive tool that could tell stories and histories, depicts positive representation of society and create imagery to which all sectors of society could relate. Now, I feel there's symbolism here with the covering of the mural. It sort of feels like a piece of history or representation was suppressed or erased. A piece of art that many people look to and look at are gone. The piece that people feel like they could relate to just disappeared. And in a way, it feels like a part of their identity was forcibly removed as well. And I believe this is why we need to learn about the history, the artwork, and as well as the different cultures, because it shows us how diverse we can be, but as well as how similar that we are as humans. And it's important to keep these artworks safe uh, keep these artworks safe, because hundreds or thousands of years down in the future, when it is very different, how do we show them what kind of society we lived in, or what kind of culture that we experienced? And that is why I stopped here today, because I feel like this is an important piece that sort of shows why something like this should matter to us. Okay, just got out of here. Tired of looking at a gray wall. So I'm here at the next location, and I'm actually in front of a church right now, which is where the next art piece is located at. And well, this piece is a mosaic, and it was created by Catherine Oppenheimer in 1967. Now, Catherine says that she was inspired by the civil rights movement, and you can tell with the person praying or kneeling down over there, and it looks like it's in a big open farm area. There is what appears to look like the Lady of Guadalupe, where people are praying to her. And over at the bottom right, there is people, looks like people on strike. I assume from, harsh working environments. What I do notice is that there are two suns that are on each of the sides, or each of the corners of the mosaic. And it says the mosaic is meant to celebrate the movement that freed so many people from colonial and religious freedom. And it is kind of ironic because the church actually takes care of this piece now, after the community center fell. According to historysanjose.org, this church as a whole now serves many purposes. First of all, it's not only just a place of worship, but it does provide a place for social gatherings and celebration, as well as maintaining culture. It provided a lot of resources, training, and social assistance to immigrants and Mexican Americans. And I guess I wanted to learn a little more about the significance of this woman, and you can see that there are more statues here. More statues, and there's another one down over there too. And I found in a book named Chicano Art, Jacinto states that she personifies the coming together of Indian and Europeans to create the mestizo. She is a religious and political symbol which invokes immediate reaction at these and other levels of meaning when viewed and contemplated by Mexican, Hispanos, Mexican Americans, and Chicanos. And this is the other statue right here. She has been used in many forms of art mediums, and the pose is important as deviations would change the meaning for the faithful who see her as an icon. Now, the piece that we're looking at is this mosaic, yes, but I feel like the whole church should be the center of attraction and should be the artwork in itself. because throughout the history of this church, it has been used to bring members together and to create a sense of community and to those who need it. This church has made it possible for people in unequal opportunities to bring forth and rise, and to rise above the inequality and help each other grow. The church is symbolic of a hospital. You don't feel the need to go to a hospital if you are healthy and well. Okay, this last piece actually is a mural. I know I said I'd be looking at different murals, but I guess there were other things that I wanted to show off. But this last piece is a mural by Opsky-Chan, and this one, from the looks of this mural, you can see there's a lot of vibrant colors, and you can see a lot of different logos of different farms that is special here in California. So like the Del Monte quality. You know, I saw some cherries over there, some strawberries, and I'll actually go down here and let you look at just how big this looks and how encapsulating this is. And I guess this mural sort of encapsulates the history of California, as well as what was prominent to the history as well. Valesi, in an interview with a Chicano artist, stated that his own working class background with a radical political orientation with concerns over select experiences, notably with discrimination against his ethnic groups, have motivated him to promote the mural projects that he emphasized that not only did he wish to capture what is of special relevance to the barrio residents, but also that his message would have meaning to the rest of the country. With Chicano/Chicana murals, the walls of the barrio are talking, because the artist of the El Movimiento command a universal language. I really like this quote because artwork, if kept properly, can last for a very long time. And artworks can convey so much meaning and imagery in a single frame of a canvas. I think this is absolutely beautiful, and it's just so hard to get the true size of it all. I am probably not even a third up, and it's hard to show all of it on camera. Business International Machines. This is beautiful. Oh, I see the United Farm Workers. There's the cherries. There's a laundry sign up there too. And I saw over here that there was some graffiti, some damages to the mural. And I hope this sort of thing gets repaired, because these public artworks are very, very, very interesting. And they help build character to an area. Okay. Let's go back to the car and I'll sort of wrap this up. I wanted to end on a story that sort of really opened my eyes to all of this. A couple weeks ago, I went to a trip to San Diego with 3 friends that I met online. And we went for the specific purpose to go to an event. And that event only lasted for 1 night. But we had decided to stay there for 5 days. So there was a lot of time when we were just doing things and that we wanted to do besides that single event. Because most of us came from different parts of the country. Now, on the last day, we drove around San Diego visiting different skate shops. And one of the skate shops we went to was in a place in San Diego called the Barrio Logan. And I'm probably butchering that, and I apologize. And although I didn't realize it at the time, we were in a Chicano rich neighborhood. And I very quickly started to notice all the different murals that were plastered on the walls. And it was very intriguing. It made this would-be boring neighborhood filled with vibrant colors and characteristics. And I wish I could have taken more pictures. I wish I had realized it at the time. But 2020 is hindsight, or hindsight is 2020, and I'm blind. But my friends did take some pictures, and I will be using some pictures of the areas that I went to, taken off of Google Maps, Google Street View. But as I was surrounded and in the neighborhood and in the moment, it all felt so inviting to me. It felt like I was discovering something for the first time, and I wanted to know more about it. I saw these beautiful murals, and they all talked or conveyed their own message. And I think it's beautiful how the artist will convey a message, but as a viewer, as an audience, we can interpret it differently and have a whole new meaning to it that we could probably never get, that we could probably never think of. And I think as I wrap up this little journey that we've been through, and thank you for coming along with me, if you ever find yourself in an area or an area that you're not typically in, whether it be rich in, Chicano culture or Japanese culture or Chinese culture, just take a moment and really appreciate all of the details that goes into that area, because it's all done for a purpose and there's a meaning behind it, and we can learn a lot from each other and learn how to be more open to each other and be more unified. Thank you so much for just watching this video. I hope that I was able to teach you something, and I hope that I was able to show my appreciation to all of this.